Hey guys, Dwayne here. This is the answer portion of the April Q&A video. You guys gave me lots of great questions, and yeah, we have more than 50 questions. So let's get started. Mark Uray says, hey Dwayne, have you ever been to Canada? If so, where have you gone? If not, any place you'd like to go. Also, what's your favorite movies? I've been to Canada, I think 3 times. Twice when I was little, and then once as an adult. Um, Victoria, British Columbia area, which is just north of Washington State. Um, Very nice country, very nice people. I really enjoyed it. I like the diversity that the people talk a little different, and the money is different, and a lot of your stuff is written in French. That's kind of cool. I don't see that in my hometown. A lot of signs and literature is bilingual here in English and Spanish. So it's just different. It's fun. And yeah, I've been there. I will probably go again, but I don't have any specific plans. All right. My favorite movies? Okay. Starting with the oldest, I guess. I like all the Rambo movies. There were 4 of them. There were rumors there was going to be a 5th one, but it never happened. But yeah, I like all the Rambo movies. I also like a movie called Rounders. Matt Damon played a poker player. I really like that movie. I saw it several times. And Premium Rush, which came out in 2012. I forget who the star was. But he was a bicycle messenger. I really like that movie. I've seen that a few times. Connor Archer says, other than the jobs in the stories, what other jobs have you had? All right, Connor. I've had a lot of jobs. I've done a lot of different things, and it was partly because in my younger years I was looking for that perfect job. And it's also partly that I get bored. All right. So I've had a lot of different jobs. I can't imagine working the same job your whole life and not experiencing any other job. So anyway, in the last 30 years, I've had 10 different jobs. I'm currently a janitor. Before that, I was a self-employed scrap metal recycler. Before that, I was a Google search engine evaluator. Before that, I was a maintenance man at an apartment complex. Before that, I worked at a government laboratory. Before that, I was a lead cashier at PetSmart. It's a big chain pet store. Before that, I worked at a convenience store. Before that, I managed a dollar store in Florida. Before that, I was a pizza cook. Before that, I was an accountant. That covers the last 30 years. And before the accountant job, I worked at Radio Shack. And before that, I was in the Marine Corps. And before that, I had various jobs, mostly restaurant jobs and a couple of janitorial jobs. So there you go. Lots and lots of different jobs. Raindog951 says, as a fellow cat lover, just what is it about these furry little blighters that you most enjoy? Furry little blighters. I like that. I would say it's their personalities. They're little beings with their own little personality, and I like it when they communicate with me, when they tell me, like a cat usually, I have 3 cats, and a cat usually wakes me up in the morning. Jumps up on the bed, meows, walks on me. It's not always the same cat. It's comical and it's fun, and it's like, get up, Dad. Time to get up. I don't know. I just like it. Um, Noel Spaghetti. Why don't you want to show your firearms on video? All right, that's a fair question. I know a lot of people do. There are a lot of gun videos on YouTube. Here's my take on that. First off, I know for a fact the government is watching these videos. It's not paranoia, it's a fact. All right? The government and the local police are watching these videos. Okay? I don't have any illegal guns, so that's not so much my concern, but I also believe, and I don't think I'm wrong, criminals are watching these videos. If you show a lot of cool, valuable possessions, and guns are a high theft item, you're just asking for trouble. So, yeah. Other people can show their guns. I'm not going to do it. There you go. Weapon collector Mike says, how many different states or even just towns have you lived in? My family have lived on the same road for approximately 70 years. Man. Wow, Mike. That's kind of cool. But my background is way different. I've lived in a lot of different places. And to answer your question, I have lived in 6 different states. I've lived in Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Iowa, and Florida. All right? I've visited other states, but I have actually lived in those 6 states. So, yeah. Much different from your experience. Michigan Edge says, if you could have only one knife, no matter what the cost, what would it be? Oh, dude, how can I choose? All right, I read this question yesterday, so I have had some time to think about it, and I wouldn't like it. I really don't like the idea of only having one knife, but if that were the case, to answer your question, I would go with Leatherman multi-tool. I own the Wave. I'm not saying this is the ultimate. This is what I own. I like that it's one-hand opening. It's got all these tools. It has a 25-year warranty. So, yeah, if I could only have one knife, that would be it. I would probably take a look at the other Leatherman multi-tools. I haven't played with all of them, but for right now, Leatherman Wave for the win. Bra Gaming. If you had to live on an island by yourself, what 3 weapons would you bring with you? Okay, that's kind of a fun question. But you don't really say why I would need weapons if I'm by myself. So I'm going to assume that maybe there are wild animals that I would have to defend myself against. You know, what could live on an island? Bears, crocodiles. I don't know. could be any number of things. Okay. I'm also going to assume that on this island there is the possibility that people would come to my island and want to do me harm. Pirates, maybe? I don't know. So I'm assuming there's the threat of wild animals and the possible threat of bad people. Okay, so my 3 weapons would be Becker BK7. Yeah? Right? Now that's a knife. Okay? Also, let's go with a Remington 700 in 30-06. The big ass scope. All right, for taking out targets of opportunity at distances. And also Glock 17. I like the Glock 17, even though it's a little too big for my hand. I like it because of the 17-round magazine. So there you go. There's the 3 weapons. I think that about covers it. If we don't count the knife, I would also add a Remington 1100 autoloader 12-gauge shotgun. All right. Joel Thompson Tone says, do you like pineapples? Yes, I do. Jimmy M. How often do you go out to train, shoot your firearms? Also, I don't remember if you said you were in the service or not, but if so, do you have any interesting military stories you might share? Firearms training, yeah, I'm kind of a slacker in that area. I go out about once a year because ammo is expensive, using the range is expensive, getting to the range is a pain in the ass. It's like half a day and easily $100 to go shooting, and I don't do it that often. I know I should. I'm good, but there's no substitute for practice. So yeah, about once a year. Yes, I was in the Marine Corps in the early 80s, and yeah, if I can think of any interesting stories to share, I will make a video about that. So thanks for the question. John J. Rambo 11111 Bushcraft and Survival says, I know you may have answered this already, Dwayne, but I somehow missed it. What made you quit YouTube when you did a few years back? Okay, not everybody knows this, but I started my first YouTube channel in 2007. And I made a lot of videos. I made a lot of friends. My subscribers were growing. By 2009, I had almost 3,000 subscribers. I was happy. I was having fun. But I tend to overcommit. Anytime somebody asked me to do a video, I would do it. And plus I had ideas of my own for videos I wanted to do. And so I started keeping a list of all these videos that I promised people I would do, and it just got to be so much. I just needed a break, and if I could go back and do it over again, I would just get off of YouTube for a couple months and come back and get right back to it. But at the time, the logical thing seemed to be to just close my account and be done with it. But as it turned out, a lot of people missed me, and that made me feel good, but I also felt guilty for leaving. People were making videos, what happened to Dwayne Myers, and I'm like, oh man. And people reached out to me. Weapon Collector Mike offered to, if I wanted to come back, he would shout out to his subscribers, hey, Dwayne Myers is back, and so on. And so eventually that's what I did. I started my channel up again as XDM50, and Weapon Collector Mike helped me get back on my feet. And yeah, it was a learning experience. I wish I had done it differently, but I'm back, and I don't plan to go anywhere. If I don't want to do a video, I don't do it. Why make myself do something I don't want to do? I have plenty of ideas of my own. Okay, Bob N. says, double dipping here. I don't think I've seen your first question yet. But anyway, are you going to make more handmade weapons? If you do, what kind of weapons do you want to make? Bob, I'm sure I will. I've been making handmade weapons for as long as I can remember. It's always something. But I don't have any plans right now. I don't know what will be next. But yeah, and I know you have a shop where you make all sorts of things, and that is cool, and that inspires me. These other people, other YouTubers who make cool stuff inspires me to go out and make stuff. So it's kind of a synergy, I guess. So yeah. Dylan Lambert says, what are your top 3 movies? I answered that earlier, but I like all the Rambo movies. I like a movie called Rounders from 1998, and I like Premium Rush from 2012. Check them out. Those are my kind of movies. Dan's channel says, which one are you more likely to believe? Bigfoot, aliens, UFOs, ghosts. Have you had any encounters? Thanks, Dan. Actually, yeah, I have. I was fascinated by all those stories when I was younger, and I was kind of on the fence. Do I believe it? Don't believe it? I don't know. There's really no proof, but it's possible just because I haven't seen it. But I finally had to settle it in my own mind. So here's what I came up with. Bigfoot. There is no such thing. There have been Bigfoot stories for, I don't know, 60 years, and we still don't have one in a zoo. So in my mind, there's no such thing as Bigfoot. All right? Come on. Come on. Where are they? Okay? Aliens and UFOs. Kind of the same thing. I've never seen one. I have no proof. I have seen, with my own eyes, I've seen no proof of aliens or UFOs. So I'm going to say there's no such thing, as far as I'm concerned. All right? I could be wrong, but that's me. Ghosts. Ghosts, that's kind of a gray area. Okay, I may have seen ghosts as recently as last night, but I'm not sure. Okay, and it goes something like this. Recently departed person or pet who was close to me passes on, and for the next few months, I catch a glimpse out of my peripheral vision of something over there, and I look, and there's nothing there. And it happens a lot at work. I'm a janitor. I work at night, and these things happen a lot at work. I will see something or feel a presence, and I look, and it's just a shadow, or it's just a plant, or it's a filing cabinet drawer is open, and that caught my attention. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm experiencing something supernatural or not. Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm still on the fence about ghosts. I kind of think, I don't know. I don't know. It's the only, out of your examples, the Bigfoot, the aliens, the UFOs, the ghosts, out of your examples, that's the only one I'm going to say, yeah, maybe. Okay. Any encounters? Yeah, I don't have anything specific other than what I just told you. Fat Jesus says, what's your favorite type of music and what is your least favorite? That's cool. I like no specific type of music, but I like music with a fairly fast beat. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? Something you can dance to, all right? And my least favorite music, classical violins, just kind of just push me away, make me want to run away. Also, these country songs where the guy is whining about his truck broke down and the bank took the farm and his wife ran away with his dog and all that crap. I got no time for that. Songs that make you want to blow your brains out. All right. Ron Curious. How much videos do you have? 405 videos. This one is number 406. There you go. Replay Bacon. Do you have a knife collection? If so, can we see some of your favorites? Yes, I do. At one point, I had over 100 knives, but I have really pared down my collection because I realized I had a lot of knives I didn't really care about, and I just kept them for whatever reason. But I have really pared down my collection, sold and given away a lot of knives, but yeah, I will show you some of my favorites right now. Becker BK7. I love this knife. K-Bar. This is Ontario brand. It's not actually K-Bar brand, but it is made in the USA. I've had this many years, like close to 40 years. Very nice knife. I love the boot knife design. They're not really practical for much, but I do love boot knives. This one is, oops, upside down. Legionnaire boot knife. Made in Japan. The handle is textured aluminum, neat leather sheath with a belt/boot clip. I tried wearing this on a boot and it is not comfortable, but it is a neat knife. Also have a Colt boot knife. See the Colt Pony. Neat knife. There's the Colt emblem on the handle. These rivets are supposed to look like a revolver cylinder on a gun. Neat knife. Again, oops. Leather sheath with the Colt Pony. Belt clip. Love this knife. Have a little boot knife. I know, what's with the boot knives? I don't know, I just like them. Neat little, this is a Camellias with the same style sheath. And this World War II butter knife. Military surplus, no kidding. 1945, LF&C. And this side says US. Bought this off eBay. Just, I don't know, I just happened to see it and I thought, damn, that is cool. It's older than me. I like that sort of thing. Also have a Boy Scout knife. This is not the one I had when I was little. I wish I still had that one. I don't know what happened to it, but this is a Ulster, USA. I don't carry this because it's the same size as a Swiss Army knife with less tools, right? But I like it. It's nostalgic, I guess. Because when I was little, I had a Boy Scout knife, and I loved that knife so much. So I bought this one on eBay. Very similar, but I think mine had blue handle scales. But this one is in excellent, excellent, almost new condition. I'm happy with it. Okay, so it's been 25 minutes. I'm going to make this video 2 or 3 parts. So this is the end of part 1. Stand by for part 2. Peace out. Hi, Joey.